Alright, g'day guys, welcome back to another episode. So, back in the tackle shed, I've got a couple of fishing videos coming that I'm working on, so they should be pretty cool, but they're still maybe a couple of weeks away. But I thought I'd jump back in here and do another bit of a gear run through. One of my Conquest videos that I did a little while ago, just going through the Conquest range that I've got and what I use them for, did really well. So I figured I'd do the same thing. I get quite a few people ask me for a spin rod equivalent, and I run Stellas in pretty much everything apart from 2 reels or 3 reels. So I thought I'd give you a run through on Stella lineup I've got and what I use them for, what rods they're on, line, lures, that sort of thing. What are you doing? You stay out there. Sorry, one of the cats has discovered that he can get up on the roof of the little garage man cavey thing with all the camping gear, so he's been banished from the garage and now he's a sad guy. Anyway, so yeah, I'll start probably heavy and work down to light. Run you through what they are, what I use them for, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy it. If you've got any questions, drop me in the comments and I'll get back to you. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy the video. Don't squeeze through there, you bastard. Vanished. Alright, I'll start off with heavy, like I say, which is, dropping everywhere. Heavy being that fella there. So, biggest one in the lineup I've got is the 8000. So I run the PG in that, so the power gear, not quite as fast, but that sort of low down crank power. And I will use that fella for, it's on a Shimano Grappler Type C. I think it's 8 foot or 8.6. 8'2", meter in the middle. So 8'2", P6. Max cast weight of 120 grams. I have pushed that. But yeah, that thing I use mainly at home for Spanish mackerel off the coast. I've caught a few longtails on it, throwing big lures like chasing Spanish and kingies and whatever. But they don't really pull a whole lot of drag on that thing. But yeah, use it for Spanish, big stickies, poppers. Well, yep. How's the call? Oh no, I dropped him. Oh, he's back again. That's another one.
Holy fuck. He's a good one too.
Yeah, bruh. What?
He wanted that.
And then when we go to Townsville, so when I go up and see Will, take that to the reef and use it for GTs, and I've got red bass on and that sort of stuff. Probably not really the one that everybody locally is interested in. It's a bit of an odd one, but yeah, that's where I'll start. That fella's got, I think it's P6. It's either 6 or 8 Varavas casting on it. It's about that 75 pounds, so it's probably P6. And then I normally run a 200 pound, what is it, Black Magic Tough Trace? I'll have to check that. But yeah, normally got a 200 pound Black Magic Trace on that. And that covers everything locally and a GT sort of stuff. So yeah, that's the first one, 8000 Stella. So I've got 3 in the saltwaters and 3 in the FJs. Oh, he's made it inside. Oh, you're going to get banished. Him. Look what you've done. Banished. There you go. Go on. Nod. Apologies. Right, next one. 5000 saltwater. So these ones are all, they're not the current model, they're a couple of years old. This thing I've probably had, out of the saltwaters, this thing I've definitely had the longest, but it is an absolute workhorse. So no. Get up. Ah. Yeah, 5000 saltwater. Same Varavas casting. That's in a P4. So that's roughly that 50 pound. And that's on a Wilson Venom 15 to 50 pound. Yeah, 7 foot 15 to 50. And that thing is an absolute demon. Would hate to know how many big fish I've caught on that thing, like snapper, tuna, mackerel, jigging and vibing on the reef. Like, that is an absolute beast tamer. I cannot tell you how impressed I've been with both of them. Sorry, the cat's trying to still get me. Get out, I'm closing the door. No, you're a menace. You're a menace. Stay out there. Yeah, cannot tell you how impressed I've been with that thing. People ask me all the time, like, are they worth it? The Stellas, the high-end reels, and 1000%. Like, that thing I've had for, I reckon I've owned that thing for 7 years, if not 8, and it has been bulletproof. Obviously always wash them after every time I use them in the salt and that sort of stuff, but outside of that, it's needed nothing. Drags are super smooth. That thing's caught a stupid amount of longtails. But yeah, just an absolute demon of a setup. I've taken that to the dam before chasing barra when I've had mates come with me and they don't have a heavy spin setup, and I'll give them that, throw live mullets around, catch heaps of, like they've caught heaps of barra on it. But yeah, as a like an all-round sort of medium heavy saltwater stick, I cannot go past that thing. It is wicked. The other one I've got in the saltwater range is the 4000 XG. So that bloke, it was on a Jackal Revoltage that I was using. I just used it for like lighter spinning stuff, a bit of medium snapper and that sort of thing, but I kind of blew that up not long ago. So I've been chopping and changing it with my 5000 FJ on a Dobbins Fury, which I'll show you in a sec. But that thing's got 30 pound in the Varavas casting on it again, so I run that on all the saltwaters. But wicked, like super smooth. They come stock with that big power knob, which at the start I was like, oh, it's a bit sort of cumbersome, but once you've fished it, it is really nice. You
got something. Oh, I don't know what this is. Feels weird. This is more likely to be that long tail. That's such a good bait ball. I can see it in the water, like dark brown colour. Yeah, I'd say this is a longie because he's coming at me. Wow, that is proper.
Yeah, like I say, light tuna, medium to heavy snapper. Spinning off the beach, I'll do a little bit with that one too. So I've got a 9-foot amped shore spin, and I'll chuck a decent sized metal on that for whatever. Taylor, Trevally, that sort of thing. If we go anywhere, I'll take that with me. But yeah, another really good option. And like I say, that one's the XG, so it's the faster model. So if I do want something for really cranking, that's normally the one I'll pick up. Then the ones that people are probably going to be more interested in. So, sorry, camera keeps going dark on me. So that's the 5000 FJ. So that bloke's on a Dobbins Fury 765 SF. So 7'6", I think 15 to 25 pound, 12 to 25 pound. And that's my, I've run through this before in a previous barra video, but that's my like barra impoundment spin stick. So I'll use that for stuff like this. That's rigged up on there. You can see that. So the Mikado Cyrus, I'll throw that on there. Xeric live mullets, I'll chop and change that between this and a swim bait rod. 120 and 140 Mollexes.
Just jump in.
Oh, yeah. I much prefer to work on a spin outfit than I do on bait casts. I just find that once I get that cadence right, I'm really good. I really like winding those lures on that spin rod. But that thing's wicked, so it'll cast a lure an absolute mile. 50 pound sunline castaway on that. And that's the same. I run the Varavas on all the offshore stuff, and then if it's not castaway, I might have one reel that's spooled, or two reels, two lighter bait casters that are spooled with another variation of sunline, but everything else has castaway on it between sort of 20 and 50 pound. But yeah, 50 on that bloke. There's an 80 pound, very short, but 80 pound fluoro leader on that. I'll normally run anywhere from like a 55 pound Schneider through to an 80 pound fluoro when I'm spinning for barra with that bloke. So yeah, I love that rod. Reel's got heaps of power and like heaps of drag in it. All the FJs I've got are either XG or HG, so faster ones. I much prefer to have to wind really slow to slow a lure down than be burning something on a slow reel if I try and, like if I need to work it fast. Number 5. And this one's only the reel I've had for probably 2.5, if not 3 years. I sort of bought it as a bit of a impulse buy in Townsville one time because I had the 5000, the 2500, and these fellas were just on run out at the time, and I was like, oh, I wouldn't mind one of them. I probably won't use it, but I bought it anyway, stupidly. So it's been sitting on the shelf for like I say, 2.5, 3 years, and I picked this up the other day, this rod. So this is the Loomis IMX. What is it? 843S SJR, so 7 foot, 8 to 15 pound. It feels way heavier than an 8 to 15 pound rod. But the reason I bought this is for that high strolling for barra in the dams. So keeping those light plastics. I've done a little bit of it lately and it's super effective through winter. I've actually got a video coming on that, but super effective through winter. So where you sort of just a light plastic and keeping it high. I think that'll be really good for it. And I've got the 904, I think it is, and then the slightly lighter one in the cast. So I've got Enteras on both of them, and they're wicked rods. So I think this will be much the same, but I can't sort of say too much about it at the moment. Obviously the reels are awesome. I've got them in the other ranges, but yeah, that one's one that I'm going to be sort of putting through the ringer hopefully very shortly. But yeah, another one I've got in the range. And then last but certainly not least, that fella. So that's the 2500 again in the FJ. I run a little Gomexus rubber knob on that, which I really, really like. I did make another one for that. I made one out of a bit of deer antler. So I've got a YouTube short up of that thing on there. And it actually feels so good, but I haven't got around to like putting it all together yet and gluing it up. So I still have this one on there, but I really like it. It's smooth. It's just all sort of even, really nice to fish with. But that fella's on a 742 Dobbins Extreme HP, so Champion HP, and they are 12 pound rod, 6 to 12 pound rod. So yeah, 7'4", 6 to 12 pound, 12 pound Sunline castaway, and I'll run anything from like, very rarely I'll go down to 8 pound, but anything from like 8 pound, normally 12, 16 or 20 on that fella, and it is just a fish magnet. So I'll use that for, like, it's an absolute trevally slayer. So Trevs, Jacks, bit of topwater stuff, use it for snapper. What else? Not that I can catch him, but flathead, bass, toga. It's such a versatile little setup, that thing. Punches well above its weight. I've got a video, like an older video, of catching some really big golden trevally on it too. So heaps of them. What the bloody hell are they? Right, spooked them. One's following. Oh, yep. That was sick. What is this? What? Oh, that was wicked. Look at the one there. I just rolled that through him and came up and doinked it. It can definitely pull. But yeah, again, I've owned that 2500 for probably 3 years now, maybe 4. And same as that 5000. Like, I use and abuse them all. Obviously, look after them, wash them, that sort of stuff. But just bulletproof. Like, they just go and go and go. They're still as smooth as the day that I bought them. Drags are flawless. And yeah, just such a nice reel to fish. So, like I say, get people ask, are they worth it? Like, you're spending, obviously, like when I bought them, I don't think I've ever paid retail for one. I always buy them when they come on special or when someone's got a deal or whatever. But you're still paying upwards of $800 a reel. And they are worth every cent. So I don't think anybody's making a bad spin reel now. All the Shimano stuff I find great. But yeah, if you've got the ability to do it, if you've got the ability to sort of push the budget that little bit more and go to something like that, they are so worth it. It's not funny. The only other reels I run, I've got a 3000 twin power that I've had for a long time. It's been fantastic as well. But yeah, the Stellas are, they're the top of the line for a reason. I went through chopping and changing a lot of stuff in the past, sort of bought and sold gear and whatever. And I'd sort of buy it, sell it, try something else, buy it, sell it, try something else, until I got to the point where I bought Stellas, and I've stuck with Stellas since. So yeah, can't rate them highly enough. I think that's about it I need to run through there. Hopefully it's been informative. If you've got any questions, give me a shout. Flick me a comment and yeah, I'll get back to you. And guys, if you don't mind, I'm like 20 or 30 subs off 4,000 subscribers. So if you haven't hit subscribe, hit that button. Yeah, got some fishing videos coming, so hopefully you enjoy them. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers.